So, go ahead and give us a little background on yourself. How you got
All right,
into
I
welding?
am I am originally from Macon, Georgia. When I was 14 as an honors student in high school, I was sleeping through classes. I was not being engaged or challenged in any way. Uh, I wound up getting kind of through the by and by stuck in a fabrication class. I went to sign up for art and it was full, so they give me fabrication instead. I got in there and started stick welding, cutting, and obviously fabricating, and it was the first time I found myself fully engaged in school. I found that something that really stuck for me. So sophomore, junior, senior year, I worked all through high school and got to do special projects and things like that. When I graduated, I moved up to North Carolina and helped my wife take care of her grandfather. Went to trade school while I was here at Central Piedmont Community College. Finished an associate's degree in 2005. Got my CWI in 2006. Worked for myself for a number of years. The last 3 years, I've worked for a company called Liberty Dimetrics doing automated welding. In that time, I've traveled all over the country. I've traveled south of the border doing different work all over the place, training industry people in how to use equipment that we manufactured there. Earlier this summer, I was contacted by my friend Steve Gore at Central Piedmont. He runs the program in welding there. He let me know that the new high school was getting ready to open and they needed a welding instructor. And he knows that really since I graduated from high school, I knew I wanted to get back into education and that I wanted to get into industrial arts ed because it is something that I feel that just everybody should have it. Even if you're not bound for industry, if you go on to be a lawyer or a doctor or anything else, having a trade, uh, it helps you to think in a different way. It helps you to approach problems and problem solving from a different angle. So being able to have an opportunity like this and to be able to get out there and teach young people what I've done for the last 14 years and to be able to fill some openings in our industry. The last couple of job sites I've gone on, in nuclear especially, the median age on a job site is 40, maybe 45. There's not a lot of young guys out there, and that's because we're just not getting them early enough. Everybody's going on to four-year schools and they're skipping trade schools and things like that, not being shown this opportunity that's out there. Uh, you know, I was not an unreachable child, but I was one that needed to be taught in a certain way, and getting into the rigors of industrial arts really helped me to focus there. So, that pathway, that opportunity for especially for some of these kids that don't really know where they're headed right now, I feel like this is a grand opportunity for them. I work in a high school that does have inclusion, and with the uprising and kind of the come up of all these VR welding systems selectors, I thought that if we were able to win this contest, I would help to fund with the grant the purchase of a couple of systems. So when I do have inclusion students, they can actually be included in what we're doing. Have the opportunity, even if it's not something they can ever actually get out and do because of their disability, to help broaden their horizon and expand things that they never thought they'd be able to do. We talk about savants, people that they can't tie their own shoes, but they can get out there and play a piano better than any concert pianist you've ever seen. You never know when you might strike gold with one of these people, one of these individuals. It's something they'd never be exposed to otherwise. It's my opinion that everybody should have that right, and I think a system like this would really help. We live in a technology-based society. We have a lot of young people out there that are, I ask them what they do in the afternoons, and video games. I'm on the computer. This is just another teaching tool to get them out there. I mean, it's a welding video game, you know, and I don't want to downplay it or dismiss it as something that's insignificant. Um, I get the opinion throughout industry that there are people that don't agree necessarily with the technology and they don't think it's that important, but a lot of us that are in industry have been in the trenches and have done the dirty work, and we know what's happening out there. But these are children. These are my average. I've got ninth and 10th graders at the high school. These kids are 14 to 16 years old. They've never struck an arc before. I got out there for the first time today with them and ran some weld beats for them. And, I had I've never seen something like this before. And they were absolutely mesmerized, and I want everybody to have that ability to feel that way. So, and out there in the world, in the community, all of our welding brothers and sisters, everybody in the industry, whether you're a carpenter or an electrician, we have to take responsibility and build the trades ourselves. We have to reach out. This is the only welding program in the county that I work in. This is one of a handful in North Carolina, and it's a shame. It used to be everybody got to take auto shop or welding or wood shop or carpentry or something. Now there's a handful of programs that are out there, and there needs to be more of it. We need to give people that option and that route to go down there. And I just want to get in there and provide every learning opportunity that I can. And whether we win this contest or not, this is just part of my personal PR and marketing campaign, is just to get out there and reach out to everybody that I know out in the world, all over the place, from working out in industry for the last, I'm not going to say how many years, I don't want to date myself, but, just to get out there. And I've got friends in the industry, and they know how I feel about all this stuff. And, and anytime we can make a connection, whether it's out here on the East Coast or West Coast or North or South or anywhere in the world, just to, come together and help push this stuff out there, get people out there, get young kids on it, and let them understand that there is a world of opportunity out here. I give the speech at the beginning of class, and I give this to a lot of my friends that are looking for work. And if you've got a trade, if the power goes out, if the lights go down, if there's a natural disaster, you're going to be the one that's going to be able to fix everything. You're going to be the person that people come to. And not necessarily just for your skills, but when we get into the mindset that we have working in industry, it puts you out a few steps ahead. You've got to plan out what you do. You've got to think about what you're doing. You get a lot of responsibility laid on you when you're welding inside of a nuclear facility. You know that those welds have to hold, otherwise people can get hurt.
Yeah.
You're taking people's lives and livelihoods into your hand when you do the kind of things we do. So even instilling that sense of responsibility in another person is a big step forward.
So, having said all that, is there anything that you want to say to our brothers in the trades and the industries?
Man, just push your kids. Push all of them. Reach out to your communities. I play disc golf a lot. I play a lot of tournaments and stuff out here. I will literally talk to anybody that will listen about this stuff. And people find out what you do, and I tell my kids this at class. When they find out you can work metal, people will bring you all kinds of stuff. You build a reputation now, but we've all got to do that. We've got to kind of get outside of our shells and outside of ourselves a little bit, and reach out to this younger generation of people that aren't necessarily leaning towards what we're doing. One of the things I work with at Central Piedmont and Steve Gore and these guys is getting away from this concept that if you're a tradesman, if you work in industry, that, he's just a welder, he's just a mechanic. You got to be next level to do what we do. We're doing logic problems every morning in my welding classes just to help them realize that there is math, there is science, there is language arts, there's vocabulary, there's reading. You have to be able to present. On a job site and had the head of Florida Power and Light walk up to me and just start asking me questions about the job site. You have to be eloquent and well-spoken enough to speak back to that man and not come across like somebody that's unintelligent. So, we gotta break that imagery and break that concept that, I can't do anything else, I'm gonna go build something. That's not where it's at. You gotta know math and geometry and all this kind of stuff. So we're really trying to build that. And, as a person in industry and the rest of you guys out there in industry, be a leader out there. Be a leader in your communities. Let people know how smart we really are, and they'd be shocked to know what we can do.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, Brian, I gotta say, that was a great pitch for your class, great pitch for the contest. So we're gonna have everybody at work hand, see if we can vote that up and get you guys that VR.
I'm gonna show you my Stuart Kramer shirt. Go store.
Nice. But it's also
Guys,
just a great pitch for everybody else out there. So I really appreciate it. We're really excited to put this up.
Yeah.
absolutely. Anything I can do to help you guys, if if you ever need me to talk to somebody or need help with anything, reach out. Don't be afraid to, because this is what I believe in. This industry and what I do and trades in general is my livelihood and my life. And I want everybody. I teach my wife how to weld. I go out in the backyard and set stuff up for her because it just to know. And even if so, she just knows what the hell I'm talking about half the time.